So today we started with a STEM simulation, and they're doing a forest fire simulation. We started out with explaining why simulations are important, why they can do things on the computer that they can't do in real life. And so we talked about you can't take a forest and burn it and then see if that worked or it didn't work. And we set it in the context of all the dead trees in the forest right now. And so they have to clear out some of the trees, but we don't know how many they need to clear out. So should they clear it out so there's only 10% left? Or is it okay if 50% of them are left, or what? And so they're running different density levels in the forest to see that tipping point where it would be good, how many trees we have to clear out, but not too many. And so each time they're setting up the forest so that it's either at 10% density, 20% density, 30% density, and running it several times to get a percent burn when it's at that density level. And then they're plotting, after they're plotting the data into, or putting their data into an Excel spreadsheet, which will then be plotted later after they calculate the averages. So.
I'm doing about like how percent and how like the fire spreads and how much percent make it, how much like the percent is when it spreads each time. And we'll go up like
Alright, nice job guys, thank you!
We'll go 10, 20, 30, and then 40. I'm on my 40s right now, so yeah.
So you did all the modules?
Yeah.
And how do you like it? How do you like doing the design, the game design?
I like it a lot, it's fun, it's very fun.
And do you feel like, how would this compare to if you were just reading about it?
I think it's like more fun to just do it by hand and not read it. So yeah.
Great.
Dang, I burnt down your house, Brian. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, 99.29.
Have you beat 99?
What's your density?
No.
60.
60.
98.
Oh crap. Look at one tree.
Oh, dang. That's crazy. Let me see.
Oh my god. Look at what trees are right.
I only got 2.
99.89%.
Dang it! Mine's 99.70.
I heard that Daryl Stice was doing the Frogger game design, and he came to me and was telling me about the importance of, you know, having the students learn the logic behind the gaming design, and then was just talking about the engagement through it, and then some of the other possibilities that I know you do with the virus simulation and the forest fire simulation. And so I was interested in getting the kids acquainted with the programming so that they could take it and do lessons with it, such as the forest fire simulation. So.
What kind of concepts are they learning?
Right now we're working on data collection and line of best fit for linear relationships. So with this unit in particular, they've been talking a lot about the importance of sampling and why we need to do simulations and why it's important to choose multiple samples and look at data that way. And then they've been fitting lines of best fit to their data and writing equations to make predictions and use those models for other situations.
And how do they like it?
The gaming aspect? So far they seem to really like it. It's more of a real-world application of relevance to them, so I think they're really enjoying the hands-on, seeing their data differ from other people's, and so it's a little more personal to them to be able to collect that data and then take it and do something with it. So they seem to be enjoying it.
Holy cow, 78%. On 30 on 40. Look, I got 2 trees surviving. I like 30%. At least my house is living. No. Oh no. I got 3. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know. 5% again. Come on. What did you get? Oh, I got 45. 2%. Okay, so 15 plus 5 is 20. 5 plus 5 is 20. There we go.
I'm doing a simulation on forest fires, and I am putting in numbers of how many were burnt and the certain density percentage of the forest, of how many trees there were and everything. and I just got done with putting all the numbers in for how many got burnt and all the averages and stuff. That's what I'm doing.
How do you like the exercise with the game design?
I love AgentSheets. I did the games, and I thought it was a lot of fun, but it was because I'm kind of good at computers, so I kind of already knew the format of how it worked and everything before when I learned it. And when I was doing the simulation, it was pretty cool to see how many trees were burnt and how many trees were in the forest and everything, so yeah.
Do you want to show your simulation?
Yeah. So this is 50%, and I would click on this box, this yellow box with the tree in it, to start the first fire, and then play it, and then it'd show how many burnt, and then on the side it'd say how many was percentage, and then I would go to my Microsoft, and I would put down all the numbers and find the average.
And what did you learn about the density?
The less density, the less trees there are to be burnt. And the more density, the more trees will be burnt. So, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm Melanie Patterson, principal at Lupton Middle School.
How did you guys get involved with the Scalable Game Design projects?
We had a staff member come into the district as a technology coach who formerly worked in Boulder Valley and had a connection to the Scalable Gaming Design and brought that opportunity into our school. We had a teacher at the time that merged a Spanish language elective with the technology, and so we were able to do a pilot project where the students were learning both and had some cross-curricular learning and learning language and tying that into designing the games and using Spanish prompts and English prompts within the games.
And you guys were just named the National Middle School of the Year, and so how does this project tie in with your application and with the evaluation of that?
I think it was a big part of the application and a big part of what made our school stand out because of many of the opportunities allowed for kids that are connected with it. Our kids presented to the community, to our school accountability committee that initial year and shared their games with an authentic parent and community group, and I think that leadership was something that the kids were very interested in, and we looked as a building for ways to continue and elaborate on the project. So the following year we brought it into more of our content areas, and so our math teachers jumped in and started working with simulations and those kinds of things. And also, our school is initiating an invention fair this year, and Scalable Gaming will be a unique aspect of our invention fair that we hope to invite other area schools to participate in as well.
So you noticed a lot of the STEM skills, but also more intangible areas?
Absolutely. In the content areas, lots of application to a variety of content areas. So for example, in math, one of our teachers this year is doing a virus simulation. And so the simulations with the critical thinking skills and the 21st century skills, there's a ton of application in a variety of content areas in our building that we hope to continue to explore in all the contents, even beyond mathematics and our elective classes next year.
And do you notice, you mentioned leadership, so do you do any of the peer mentoring, or is it mostly teacher mentoring, or how do you notice the leadership?
We hope to expand on that. We do enrichment every year in the spring, and as an elective during our advisory time, and so we will use the gaming software again this spring and hope to have kids do some peer teaching and expand upon their design of the games and expand that within the building so that all of our students can have the exposure, and that some of our students who are really leaders in their application of it can shine and build upon their skills. We'd love to see that even at a broader, authentic level, with having our students be able to bring this opportunity to peers in other schools within the district as well.
Thank you.